Hi everyone, I'm Margenot, and I'm here to talk about self-serve data. In quantitative finance and in quant trading, oftentimes a lot of our advantage, a lot of our edge comes from some sort of information advantage that our model gives us. We search through traditional sources of data, try to come up with some sort of signal, and then we use that in order to trade. The thing is, if it's a very traditional source of data, if it's a piece of data that lots of people have access to, a lot of the alpha can already be mined out. Which is why people nowadays are turning to a lot of unstructured data, a lot of weirder, more unorthodox data sets that may have connections to the financial markets. This can be stuff like weather data. This can be stuff like geospatial data or sentiment data. All of these are seen as new sources of alpha because they're a little bit harder to tap than more fundamental information or pricing information, which people have already been looking at for many, many years. Looking at unstructured data, if you can come up with some reasonable way to filter it down, some reasonable way to come up with a signal, you have a pretty high chance of coming up with something interesting, something new and novel. And that's really where alpha comes from whenever you put together a strategy. Alpha is some novel return stream. It's some novel signal. And that's what gives you an advantage when you're trading. Self-serve data is a new feature on Quantopian that lets you create these unstructured data sets, create signals from these unstructured data sets offline, and then upload them onto Quantopian so that you can use them in pipeline for both research and for algorithm development. What it requires is that you upload a CSV with, for each individual date, for each individual ticker, there is some set of values, and you can have some number of columns associated with this. First, you do a historical upload, then you can actually set up a live connection via an FTP server that you can use to stream new information as you're calculating it at home. You can get to this feature by going to Research and Datasets, and then you click Upload My Own Dataset. There you'll have a set of instructions that'll get you to upload the CSV that you've put together and a set of instructions for how you can actually use that CSV in both research and in the IDE. Self-serve is the preferred workflow for any sorts of functions that don't really work well on Quantopian right now. This can be stuff that takes days of compute resources or stuff that uses packages that we just don't have available yet in the research environment or the IDE. All you do is you set it up on your own computer at home, put together your CSV, put together your connection if you want to keep it live, and then upload it. Get it all set up so that you can use it effectively in pipeline with all the other API tools that we provide on Quantopian.